Hello everybody and welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is your news report, second stimulus check update, and second stimulus package update for Wednesday, December 23rd. Happy Wednesday everybody and hope you're having a great day so far. According to Bloomberg News, Speaker Nancy Pelosi said the House plans to proceed Thursday on a bill to replace the $600 stimulus checks with the $2,000 payments that Trump said he wants. The California Democrats said Trump should put pressure on his fellow Republicans, Minority Leader Kevin McCarthy, to agree to ask House members to unanimously pass the measure to increase the amount of payments to most Americans. McCarthy's agreement is required to go ahead with a unanimous consent request, Pelosi notes. So hopefully, folks, the House Republicans will be able to pass more stimulus relief and more stimulus checks of $2,000.
Confusion to the bill's outlook last night, calling it a disgrace.
I am asking Congress to amend this bill and increase the ridiculously low $600 to $2,000 or $4,000 for a couple. I'm also asking Congress to immediately get rid of the wasteful and unnecessary items.
Nancy Pelosi responded to Trump's message by saying she welcomed his call for $2,000 checks. Bloomberg Congressional reporter Anna Edgerton joins us right now to break it all down. Anna, it's really great to have you on the show. I have so many questions about this. I was just shocked last night when I saw this come from the president over Twitter, of course, but nothing should surprise us anymore. Big question, is the stimulus dead?
That is an excellent question. I don't think so, but we don't know yet. And there's kind of a few ways this could work out. You know, if Trump vetoes this bill, depending on when he does it, Congress might not have time to meet and override his veto because we're so...
Trump has made his call for $2,000 stimulus checks and he could delay direct payments. Stimulus checks of $600 per person were criticized by Trump on Tuesday. Mr. Trump called the payments ridiculously low and insisted on $2,000 per person instead. But Trump's initiative could be rejected by members of his own party, who have vowed to try to keep the total cost of the bill down. As Congress moves to finalize a new round of stimulus relief funding, President Trump threw a wild card into negotiations on Tuesday and made his demand for $2,000 stimulus checks per individual. Currently, the bill provides $600 per person or $12,000 per couple, plus $600 for every dependent under 17. Trump said in a video released on Tuesday, "I'm asking Congress to amend this bill and increase the ridiculously low $600 to $2,000 or $4,000 for a couple." Democrats, who have fought for higher $1,200 payments, agreed. Pelosi tweeted in response, "Democrats are ready to bring this to the floor this week by unanimous consent. Let's do it." But according to NBC New York, getting approval for those higher payments could be easier said than done. These $600 stimulus checks make up about $166 billion of the total $900 billion package. Estimates from the Tax Foundation indicate the payments would cost $174 billion in federal revenue. Raising the amount of the second stimulus checks to $2,000 would bring the total cost of the bill up. Exactly how much would depend on the terms of the payments and whether the $2,000 sums would also apply to dependents. If it is $2,000 per adult and $600 per dependent, the cost could roughly be around $500 billion, according to a senior vice president at the Bipartisan Policy Center. The $2,000 checks could cost between $500 billion to $600 billion, depending on the final details, according to a policy research associate at Raymond James.
Kind of on an individual level and on a systemic level.
Yeah, I mean, the stakes are incredibly high here, and I wonder, because there's so much uncertainty here, I wonder what Congress will end up doing. And it seems like the president, and a lot of Americans for that matter, are kind of confused about what exactly is in this package. And the president yesterday in this video referenced some big items that were getting funding in the package that were actually not necessarily part of the stimulus, but he really associated them with the stimulus. So can you settle this for us and sort of explain how the stimulus is tied into the government funding bill?
Yeah, Tim, you and I have been talking about this for about a month now because you always said if we're looking for COVID relief by the end of the year, it's probably going to hitch a ride.
Now, folks, last week there was a showdown on the Senate floor where Senator Bernie Sanders and Josh Hawley separately asked for an up or down vote for their proposals for $1,200 direct payments, similar to those made in the CARES Act. Both times, the moves were rejected by Senator Ron Johnson, the Republican from Wisconsin, who cited concerns about the deficit. Now, NBC New York goes on to report that a similar story could play out this week. The House will attempt to pass a bill with $2,000 payments on Thursday by unanimous consent, and it would be rejected if just one Republican votes no. Or some Senate Republicans also likely would not be willing to approve the higher payments, though Josh Hawley tweeted support for Trump's proposal. Such a move put Republican lawmakers on defense, is a statement Ed Mills made, the Washington policy analyst at Raymond James. He also went on to purport. Mills also added, the Georgia Senate races are the target here, as Republicans will be forced to defend a no vote on the increased payments days before the January 5th runoff vote. Congress did pass a new $900 billion stimulus and economic relief package on Tuesday, and it would extend the unemployment benefits for millions of Americans in need. The extended relief package passed the House and the Senate by overwhelmingly margins. But according to Times.com, President Trump has yet to sign a bill and said late Tuesday he'd like to see bigger stimulus payments included. Once any relief bill becomes law, a lot of logistics for these programs still await guidance from various agencies like the Department of Labor.
On the end of the year spending bill. Now, these are just regular appropriations to keep federal agencies funded through the end of the fiscal year, which is September 30th. So, it's a massive $1.4 trillion bill, but it's normal government spending. This is funds for the State Department, for the Education Department, for foreign aid, for, all the things that the government does on a normal basis. So that $1.4 trillion was attached to the $900 billion in stimulus.
A policy advisor at Employ America said, we're not going to get all of this ready before these programs are set to expire. The package extends a temporarily supplemental $300 per week in unemployment benefits for all unemployed workers, a decrease from the $600 in additional benefits provided to unemployed workers by the CARES Act that ended in July. Now, Time.com goes on to say that it also extends the pandemic unemployment assistance and the pandemic emergency unemployment compensation. The PUA program provides benefits for self-employed workers, freelancers, and other gig workers who typically aren't eligible for state unemployment benefits.
Close to the end of the year and the end of the Congress. If he doesn't act on it at all, if Congress doesn't adjourn, it will automatically become law. If Congress is forced to adjourn because it's the end of the year and we're about to have a new Congress, it would be a pocket veto.
With that being said, folks, that is all the news in regards to your second stimulus check and the unemployment benefits. If you found this video useful, be sure to subscribe to my channel and click the notifications bell. On this channel, I always provide you with the most up-to-date and reliable stimulus check updates, so be sure to subscribe. Thank you for watching, everybody, and until next time, have a great day.